play the sex game. She does not understand there's a difference between attraction and arousal. Uh-oh. Can I teach y'all? Can I teach y'all? Can I teach? Let me teach. Y'all already mad at me about what I said about Tyrese, right? Or about the brothers down there on Figueroa, right? Okay, I'm about to drop the link in about 10 minutes, right? Okay, let me teach you. The difference, see, it's confusing. It's very confusing for women. And here's why. Because they get confused between attraction and arousal. Those are two separate issues in a long-term relationship. Attraction, and I can be attracted to someone because of their character, because they're a good person. This is a good part. This woman is a good woman, and I'm attracted to her because she feels, similar way about things like I do. That I'm attracted to her. She's attracted to me. We feel the same way. We look at it different, but we feel the same way. I'm attracted to her. I'm attracted to her countenance, right? She has a smooth countenance like mine. I'm attracted to her, right? I'm attracted to that. Those things have nothing to do with arousal. And some women, especially women in long-term relationships, a lot of times they forget that arousal is something else. That's basically what I'm saying, Patrice. Love and lust are two different things. We got to have the lust and we got to have the love, right? Because both of them need it at different times. We need both at different times, but I got to have a lust for you, and as well as I got to have a love for you, right? But to ignite the lust, I have to be aroused. I have to have the arousal. If you don't arouse me, then even though I have love for you, I'm not going to want to be so much trying to have sex with somebody that doesn't arouse me, right? And you are just because we're attracted to each other, that don't mean we have a good sex life. That's where people get confused, right? They feel like, oh well, we're attracted to each other. We're attracted to each other on different. We'll work the sex part out. You could, but not always. Not always. Not always. And then sometimes it doesn't work out. Many times it doesn't. Or it may change. Everything's good. Like I said, the marriage is good. Everything is good. And then the attraction is good. The arousal is good. Everything's good. And then the attraction remains the same, but the arousal goes down. Right? I'm just going to tell you, my wife did not look the same after 3 babies as she did when we first got together. Right? But I still loved her. I still was in love with her. I still saw that little 20-year-old girl. Right? Whenever I see her, I see that 20-year-old girl. Right? But now she has to do things to still create the arousal. Right? If not, I'm still attracted to her, but as far as my desires for sex, if the arousal has changed, maybe I'll go somewhere else for that. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you. That's where most of these guys that are cheating most. Yeah, there's some dudes that's just their personality is they feel like they just gonna get over on everybody that comes their way. I got a son like that, right? He's smarter than he's smarter than his own feet prints, right? He's smarter than everybody, right? And you can't tell him nothing, right? He's another vampire, right? He does not see himself, right? When you talking to him and he goes by the mirror, he doesn't see what the rest of the world sees. He sees whatever is in his head, right? Oh no, Miss Lee said she is not 20 at this point. No, she was 20. She was 20 when we decided to get married, but no, she was or no 21. I think we were 21 when we got married. Yeah, but but I still see that girl, right? Mr. He said I still see that girl. When I look at her even though her body's changed, You know, she got a wrinkle here and there, right? A couple gray hairs like me, right? She got some snow on the roof like me, right? We both wear glasses now, right? But I still see that little girl, right? As a matter of fact, that's her calling me right now. But I got to put her on hold. All right, so what was I gonna say? Yeah. So the arousal is different. The arousal, and that's where women get confused, man. They say, "Oh well, I'm married." Sometimes men too. Don't think men don't do this too. Men make this horrible mistake too. Men think, "Oh, I'm still making money, or I'm making more money, so that must mean she's more aroused by me because I'm making more money." No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Men do the same thing. Men will let themselves go, right, in a relationship, long-term relationship, because they feel like, hey, you already signed on the dotted line. Where you gonna go? What you gonna do? You gonna leave me? You gonna leave me? After all I done for you, you gonna leave me? That car I got out there, you driving that car, I'm paying for that car. I'm paying for all these nice things for you. You gonna leave me? But those nice things in that car is a hook, right? But the women are just like men, right? You send your girl or your wife out there to work, especially if she's in a workplace. She go out there to work. Ramon out there, or Big Steve, you know what I'm saying, or Chad, or Pretty Ricky is out there. Girl, you sure look good. Sure look good. What you been doing? You been in the gym? And they just, no, you know I'm having. And so they just keep working. They just keep needling and needling and needling and needling and needling till finally, girl, let's just go to lunch. Let's go to lunch together. What's that gonna hurt? She go, okay. And y'all know how I get down. Y'all know how I get down. Biff and Biff. There you go, Mr. He said, Biff, right? Y'all know how I get down. First it start out as lunch. Everything's first to start out as lunch. Then it goes to dinner. Then it goes to movie. Then next thing you know, pumping and sweating in the shed. Right? But it all starts at lunch. Right? Lunch is the door stopper for most of these guys, right? Right? But we gotta understand this stuff, man. We gotta think about it and understand it so we can keep our marriages together, man. Think a person's not gonna make a mistake, especially if we create distance from our communication. We'll communicate. Hey, baby, you know what? I know you had a baby, but let's get you back right. Let's get you back. Let's get you back in fighting shape. You know what I mean? Let's try, right? Or come to the man and say, hey, you know what? I liked it better when you had your hair this way, or I liked it better when you could wear these clothes, but you can't wear these clothes now. I really think maybe you should start taking better care of yourself. You know what I mean? Especially us as black men, we have the worst, we